Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World with me, John Jordan. So in this video, I'm just going to have a quick look at what's going on with Yield Guild. So Yield Guild, sort of making headlines. It's been raising quite a lot of money. It's raised over $22 million over in 2021 so far. So that's a fairly substantial amount of money. And it's raised it from a kind of good selection of VCs as well. But what's interesting about Yield Guild is it's sort of come out of the sort of Axie Infinity scene where it's sort of it's a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization, so it runs on the blockchain, but it's kind of building a system where people, particularly in the Philippines, can access Axie Infinity and earn maybe their entire salary, or maybe kind of part of their salary from playing a game like Axie Infinity. Obviously, there are other games you can sort of do that with, but Axie Infinity is sort of the main one at the moment. So, as they say here, it's a play-to-earn gaming guild. So we know all about guilds in gaming, been guilds for 20 years. Particularly the big MMOs. But now with blockchain, we have these sort of idea of guilds that could be across multiple games. So Yield Guild actually is involved in sort of three games fairly heavily, three games it's active in, and it's actually made investments in a whole bunch more that it may be active in future. So it's still quite early days. There's a white paper to read if you want to sort of do that. But I was just interested in the sort of interface. So I'm connected with my MetaMask wallet running on the Ethereum blockchain, and if I click here to start my venture, the first thing you do, and really the only thing you can do, is you can mint your guild badge. So your guild badge is the key to the Yield Guild metaverse. So what's going to happen here? Well, it's kind of interesting that so we hit this here, and I'm going to pay a gas fee because it's on Ethereum, but I'm not being charged anything to mint this. But I am just basically minting a NFT, and obviously we have to wait now for the Ethereum blockchain to do its magic. Yeah, we'll just wait. But basically, you basically get a badge, and a badge, I suppose, it can be seen as a sort of a ownership kind of key, I suppose. It's interesting they're not charging for this at the moment. It doesn't sort of give me at the moment sort of any benefits. But it is just, I suppose, in a very blockchain way, a kind of signifier of sort of interest and kind of camaraderie nature. So obviously, some people with Yield Guild are actually using Yield Guild's NFTs, in particular NFTs, to actually access the game. So this is not what we're doing here. This is just we're just minting an NFT. That obviously in future might have sort of certain benefits. You have to read the white paper to sort of understand what they're laying out there. But at the moment, we'll just wait for it to. Okay, so while we're waiting, actually, let's go to OpenSea. So OpenSea, the marketplace for NFTs, and we can see here, this is what it looks like. Obviously, they all sort of look the same because they're just basically rotating artwork. But the sort of interesting thing here, in terms of even though these have no function at the moment, is we have each has a serial number. So we can kind of see here that people are selling these purely, I imagine, on the basis of you get different serial numbers. So we can see here in total there are about 7,000 of these have been minted. We can see what the floor price is. That's the cheapest one. So we're actually pricing these at low to high. And if you don't want to pay the cost of minting, you could just go in and buy one of these for this is the price that people are selling them for. You could obviously bid on them if you sort of want to, or put a bid in. But what's interesting here, I suppose, is at the moment, if you minted one, you get one in the 7,000. Your serial number will be 7,000 something. But if you wanted to, you could go. Let's see if we can find anything. Oh, there we go. That's not a bad one. 666. That's quite cheap, actually. If you want a significant number. 207. I mean, now these are starting to get a bit expensive. So it's $1,500 to buy number 207. And again, I suppose it doesn't really make a lot of it is sort of bragging rights for no reason. I mean, this one here actually seems quite cheap, 663 for 0.2. I mean, that's almost like the floor price. But it is interesting. And I think a lot of things with blockchain, as I say, you can read the white paper to get some idea what Yield Guild is going to do. The moment the badge is just, it's not the token. So there's also a token, the YGG token, and that sort of plays into the sort of economics of how the thing's going to work in future. and the badges at the moment, I guess, as I say, just a sort of signifier of your interest rather than having any significant value. But it is sort of interesting how these sort of organisations can build themselves up and just use something as simple as a NFT, rotating NFT like that, to sort of start to build community, and then people can feel like they're part of a community because they own something, and obviously that might further down the line go on to be more significant if you're actually you doing stuff in the DAO, voting on things, maybe participating in the organisation of the of Yield Guild as it sort of expands. So anyway, let's go back and see if my mint has actually. Okay, we have success. So we can see here I've been welcomed to YGG. The guild badge is my key. Is your key to the metaverse. And now I go to my dashboard, and it just says a little bit about what they've just raised some money from Andreas Horowitz, probably the best known VC in Silicon Valley. And if I go to inventory, hopefully, there we go. So there's my badge there. Serial number 7066. So say there's nothing else there. Coming soon. There'll be stuff coming soon. But at the moment, I just have my badge. So there we go. If I wanted to, of course, I could go on to OpenSea and go and try and sell it. I'm not quite sure anyone will buy it actually, but obviously it's the point of anything on a blockchain. You own it. You can do sort of what you like with it. So anyway, I just thought it was interesting. Not suggesting people go out and mint their own badges, but definitely worth looking into what Yield Guild's doing. I think this idea of sort of gaming organisations that spread over kind of certainly multiple games and actually more importantly have a sort of significant impact in people in the developing world, allowing them to sort of earn more money. I think it's pretty powerful, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. This is Blockchain Gaming World. Please subscribe if you're interested in this stuff. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.